हमारा देश दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र है और इस बड़े लोकतंत्र के सबसे बड़े मंदिर यानी कि हमारी पार्लियामेंट जो कि नई दिल्ली में स्थित है और उसी पार्लियामेंट की एक झलक आज हम जवाहर नवोदय विद्यालय तिनसुकिया में आपको दिखाने वाले हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पर ऑर्गेनाइज़ की गई है यूथ पार्लियामेंट, जिसको ऑब्जर्व करने के लिए NVS RO शिलांग से असिस्टेंट कमिश्नर श्री SK झा सर और यहाँ के एक स्थानीय MLA विद्यालय में आ चुके हैं। तो जैसे ही विद्यालय में यूथ पार्लियामेंट स्टार्ट होगा आपको हम पूरा दिखाने वाले हैं, तो पूरे कार्यक्रम को देखने के लिए आप बने रहिए नवोदयवाणी के साथ।
Honorable Chief Guest, Guest of Honor and our special guest, we are indeed very pleasure. It is our pleasure to welcome you all and we sincerely swagat you to this gathering. So this is the lighting ceremony.
Honorable members, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, a very good morning to all of you. I welcome you to this Youth Parliament session and I hope this session will be fruitful. We begin our Youth Parliament session with oath and affirmation of our newly elected member. Secretary General, please.
Ms. Snigdha, who stands elected from Tinsukiya constituency of Assam State, will now take an oath or an affirmation. Do you want to take an oath or an affirmation?
An oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
English, please. I, Snigdha, having been elected as a member of Lower House of the Youth Parliament, do hereby swear in the name of God that I will be true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of my country, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Ms. Zitamani, who stands elected from Dibrugarh constituency of Assam State, will now take an oath or an affirmation. Do you want to take an oath or an affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
In Assamese, please.
মই জিতামণি লোকসভাৰ সদস্য নিৰ্বাচিত হৈ ভগৱানৰ নামত শপত খাই কওঁ যে বিধিমতে প্ৰতিষ্ঠিত ভাৰতীয় সংবিধানৰ প্ৰতি মই একান্ত নিষ্ঠাৱান আৰু অনুগত হৈ থাকিম। ভাৰতৰ সৰ্বভৌমত্ব আৰু সংহতি ৰক্ষা কৰিম আৰু যি কৰ্তব্যভাৰ গ্ৰহণ কৰিবলৈ আগবাঢ়িছো তাৰ বিশ্বস্তাৰে পালন কৰিম।
Ms. Malika, who stands elected from Jorhat constituency of Assam State, will now take an oath or an affirmation. Do you want to take an oath or an affirmation?
An oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
Hindi, please. मैं मल्लिका, जो लोकसभा में स्थान भरने के लिए अभ्यर्थी के रूप में नाम निर्देशित हुई हूँ, ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगी और मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगी।
Obituary reference.
Honorable members, with great sorrow and regret that I inform this House about the sad demise of Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav on 10 October 2022. He was an Indian politician, a socialist figure, and a founder of Samajwadi Party. He served 3 non-consecutive terms as a Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, also served as the Minister of Defence, Government of India. He was a great leader, a long-time parliamentarian with a political career spanning more than 6 decades, being elected as a Member of Parliament for 7 times, Member of Legislative Assembly for 10 times. The veteran politician was a great leader and a prominent figure in his time in Indian politics. He was often referred as Netaji by party leaders and workers.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, मैं मेरे पार्टी के समस्त सदस्य और संपूर्ण राष्ट्र आज माननीय मुलायम सिंह यादव जी के आकस्मिक निधन पर अपना शोक व्यक्त करते हैं। माननीय मुलायम सिंह यादव जी, जो कि पिछड़ी जाति के एक महान नेता थे, जो हमारे देश के सबसे ज़्यादा जनसंख्या वाले राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री 3 बार रह चुके थे। मैं ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करूंगा कि उनके परिवार को यह दुख सहन करने की क्षमता दे। धन्यवाद।
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I associate myself and my party members with the loss and feel the void that the nation feels at the sad demise of a strong votary of secular politics, Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav. Suffered electoral losses after he ordered firing on Karv Sevak at the peak of Ram Janmabhoomi movement in 1990, but repeated himself as the savior of the spirit of the constitution and returned to rule the state by forging a strong social combination that paid rich dividends at the hustings. In him we lost a true friend, a true Ratna and a great countryman. I extend my condolence to the bereaved family.
The House may stand in silence for a while to express our deep sorrow. Om Santi, Om Santi. Secretary General may please send a message of condolence to the bereaved family.
Yes, madam.
Introduction of new minister.
Prime Minister to introduce new minister. Honorable Prime Minister.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I have pleasure in introducing to you and through you to the House my colleagues, the new ministers. Ms. Medini, Honorable Minister of Sports. Ms. Rashika, Honorable Minister for Industries and Commerce. Ms. Dharitri, Honorable Minister of Labor.
Question hour.
Now we begin with the question hour. Question number 101, Ms. Dipsika, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam. Question number 101. Madam, will the Honorable Minister of Railway be pleased to state the arrangement made by the government regarding the basic amenities in the railway for the country people? Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Minister of Railway, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the government is highly concerned regarding this matter. All stations are bought under Other Station Scheme and are provided with basic amenities like toilets, drinking water, catering services, waiting rooms, etc. Also, Madam, all stations are getting new toilets. Old toilets in trains are being replaced by bio toilets and an increasing in number by 79,269. Under Swachh Rail Swachh Bharat program, professional cleaning agencies are hired to keep trains and stations clean. Thank you, Madam.
Any supplementary question? Ms. Ankita, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, security is the major issue in the railways. What is the government doing to improve the security, especially the security of women in the trains? Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the government has provided security helpline number 182 and 138 in this regard. Also, train stations are receiving CCTV camera services for this purpose. Adding to this, trains are having pink zones in which compartments are reserved only for women to improve their security. Thank you, Madam.
Any supplementary question? Mr. Manish, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the black marketing of reserved rail ticket is another serious issue. And what has the government done to ensure stopping this? Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the government has started initiative regarding this called YTSK, which means Yatri Ticket Suvidha Kendra, to curb the black marketing of reserved tickets. Also, passengers are allowed to book tickets within 120 days in advance and they receive SMS alert for arrival and departure of trains. Honorable Speaker, Madam, also Operation 5 Minute has been started, which allow passengers to acquire tickets within 5 minutes of entering the railway stations. Thank you, Madam.
No more supplementary question, please. Question number 102, Ms. Lucky, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, would the Minister for Tourism be pleased state A. The latest position on identification of tourism circuit. B. The initiative to bring them up to international standard, if that is not possible, at least to a level acceptable for tourists. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Minister of Tourism, Ms. Sivangi, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the Ministry has identified 76 projects for the development of tourism in the country, covering a mix of culture, heritage, spiritualism, and ecotourism. Significantly, Kashmir Circuit, Beach and Fort Circuit, and Desert Circuit. Ma'am, we have formulated a plan called Swadesh Darshan for integrated development of tourist circuits around specific themes. The 5 circuits identified under this scheme include Buddhist Circuit, Himalayan Circuit, and many more. Also, through its international offices, the Ministry has participated in major international travel fairs and exhibitions in major and potential tourist-generating regions across the globe. The ministry is committed to develop quality infrastructure at tourist destinations and circuits. Ma'am, the ministry has sanctioned 5,399.15 crore rupees for projects related to infrastructure development in tourist circuits and destinations. Thank you, Madam.
Any supplementary question? Ms. Ritchie, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, may I know why despite sanctioning the 5,399.15 crore, these circuits lack proper infrastructure and are in dire need of more hotel rooms, good roads, waterways, wayside amenities, uninterrupted water and power supply, and much more. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Minister, what would you like to say on it?
Honorable Speaker, Madam, there are no two opinions that this is a great matter, but also our efforts are spearheaded on a war-footing basis to address this issue. However, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a debilitating impact on the world tourism and travel everywhere, including India. Madam, according to the World Tourism Barometer in United Nations World Tourism Organization, international travel arrivals (ITA) has declined by 74% globally in 2020 over the previous years. With restriction on travel, low consumer confidence, and a global struggle to control the spread of COVID-19. The foreign exchange earnings from tourism has down by 77% in the last year. By the way, Madam, India's position in travel and tourism has increased because of our excellent schemes like Incredible India Helpline, e-ticketing at tourist destination, and other Smarak or Model Monument Scheme. Thank you, Madam.
No more supplementary question, please. Question number 103. Ms. Babita, please.
Madam Speaker, this government created such a publicity stunt by announcing 47.09 crore bank accounts. But I'm hearing from various sources that most of the bank accounts created have zero cash transfers and have been dormant. Can the Honorable Finance Minister inform the House? When will they move from account opening to the real cash out facilities? Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Finance Minister, please.
माननीय स्पीकर महोदया, प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना एक ऐतिहासिक कदम है जो हमारे सरकार ने लोगों के भलाई हेतु शुरू किया। इस योजना से हम गरीब किसान, देश के मजदूर भाइयों तथा बहनों को लाभ दे रहे हैं। ये योजना सबको भाया, पर पता नहीं क्यों ये ऑपोजिशन वाला को नहीं भाया। इन्हें लग रहा है कि हम इन्हें गुमराह कर लूट रहे हैं। Respected chairs, we have already announced phase 2 of the program and slew of measures already has been taken, like to facilitate cash out facilities. The banking network across the country comprises of the following data. We have opened 37.11 crores of beneficiaries in public sector banks, 8.67 crores of beneficiaries in regional rural banks, and 1.31 crores of beneficiaries in private sector banks. So I want to clear the opposition that we have achieved our goal. We have achieved our goal on binding together 47.09 crores of citizens to Jan Dhan Yojana. And the question arises was, what about transaction? So I want to inform the opposition that the total money deposited in accounts by customer is 17,50,000 crore rupee, which is really a huge amount, madam. And also we have issued 32.21 crores of RuPay debit cards to account holders of Prime Minister Jan Dhan Yojanas. One of the basic objectives of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is the delivery of financial service at an affordable cost to the vast section of deprived and low-income groups. To achieve our objective, we are not charging any SMS and messages charge on Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana's banks and basic saving bank accounts. And to meet cash out facilities, we have established A vast number of bank branches, ATMs, bank mitras, and issuance of debit card and enhancement of cash limit have made it good at approachable distance. Thank you, ma'am.
Any supplementary question regarding this? Ms. Kamal, please.
Honorable Speaker, ma'am, Finance Minister is always busy making big promises, and I hope this time he stands up to his words. Will he kindly inform the House what provisions the government has for a vast number of people who are yet to be brought under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana and Aadhaar? Thank you, ma'am.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, madam, Aadhaar is not necessary for availing these facilities. In this regard, we have asked IBA, Indian Bank Association, to revise the guidelines to all bank branches. If Aadhaar is not available, then any one of the following officially valid documents like PAN card, voter ID, driving license, passports and NREGA card will meet the facility. If this document also contain your address, it will serve as both your proof of identity and address. Thank you, ma'am.
No more supplementary question, please. Question number 104. Ms. Kulsum, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, will the Minister of Irrigation be pleased to state that out of about 141 million hectares of net area sown in the country, only an extent of 69 million hectares, 49%, I repeat 69 million hectares, 49% is currently covered under irrigation. Substantial dependence on rainfall makes cultivation in remaining acres a high risk and a less productive profession. When the government is busy favoring industrialists, what are they doing for the helpless farmers to improve irrigation? Thank you, madam.
Honorable Minister of Irrigation.
Honorable Speaker, madam, I would like to inform honorable opposition that the government is committed to accord high priority to water security. Recently, the Cabinet of Economic Affairs has approved the extension pack of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana till 2026 with an outflow of rupees 90,068 crore. I repeat, with an outflow of rupees 90,068 crore. The government has also approved the Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program, Har Khet Ko Pani, and watershed development components of PMKSY for 4 years till 2025 to 26. It will benefit about 22 lakh farmers, including 2.5 lakh scheduled caste and 2 lakh scheduled tribe farmers. In 2020, the Ministry of Jal Shakti launched a mobile application for geotagging the components of projects under PMKSY. Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program was launched with the implementation of methods that exceed the resource capabilities of the states. Har Khet Ko Pani aims to create new water sources through minor irrigation, repair, restoration and renovation of new water bodies, strengthening carrying capacity of traditional water sources and construction rainwater harvesting structures. Thank you, madam.
तो आज भी खेत सूखे क्यों है? आखिर कहाँ गया इतना पैसा?
I have already mentioned what new schemes we have recently launched, and I assure my country people that development will surely take place. Thank you, madam.
आपके सरकार बने हुए इतने साल हो गए, इतने सालों से आप सिर्फ समय ही दे रहे इन द नेम ऑफ डेवलपमेंट.
साइलेंस.
हमारी पार्टी तो अभी आई है, लेकिन आपके पार्टी ने इतने साल देश चलाया है, आपने क्या कर लिया?
आप जिस मंजिल पे खड़े वो हमने हासिल किया था.
Silence, silence, silence. End of question hour.
May I take permission from Honorable Speaker, Madam?
Yes, Mr. Rohit.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, आजकल इस सदन में क्या हो रहा है पूरा विश्व देख रहा है. क्या आपको ये बात लज्जित नहीं करती? Honorable Speaker, Madam, there has been a serious breach of privilege by the members of the ruling party. Days before, a serious and confidential issue relating to the foreign policy of India towards its neighboring country was discussed, which later was leaked into media and now has become a chaotic debate. Honorable Speaker, Madam, before the side put forth any of their development project or increments in GDP, let them get to know about the rules, regulations, decorum of the parliament, and let them and let them get to know about the people, not to feel ashamed of whom they choose to be the representatives.
Yes, Mr. Rohit, have you given notification on it earlier?
Yes, madam. I have already given notice of it at 10 a.m. this morning.
It will be examined and you will come to know about it later.
Thank you, madam.
Now, papers to be laid. Honorable Minister of Renewable Energy, Mr. Boydujo, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg to lay on the table copy of the papers related to the reports by following. A. Identification of industrial sector promising for commercialization of solar energy. B. Market assessment of solar water heating in the Himalayan regions. C. Delhi International Renewable Energy Conference. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Minister of Irrigation, Mr. Tanuj, please.
Honorable Madam, with your permission, I would like to lay down the following. A report of working group of subcommittee of National Development Council. B. A report on technology mission on oilseeds and pulses. C. A report on integrated nutrients. Thank you, Madam.
Secretary General to report message from Upper Chamber of Youth Parliament.
Madam, I have to report the following message received from the Secretary of the Upper Chamber is that the bill for regulation of sports bodies 2022, which the government has passed in the last session, has been rectified and is ready to be sent for President's approval.
Honorable members, I have to make an important announcement on my behalf and on behalf of all the honorable members of this House. I have a great pleasure in extending my hearty welcome to the British parliamentary delegation who are on a visit to India as our honored guests. It is a very powerful delegation. I welcome them to our country. I wish them a happy and comfortable stay in our country, India. Now let us take up calling attention motion. Mr. Kaushik, please.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदया जी, क्या कृषि मंत्री मेरे प्रश्न का उत्तर देंगे? आखिर क्यों इनकी पारित की हुई जमीन अधिग्रहण बिल में रूरल डेवलपमेंट के लिए कंसेंट क्लोज को अनिवार्य नहीं किया गया है, जिसका नतीजा यह निकल रहा है कि इनकी लापरवाही का खामियाजा गरीब किसान अपनी जान देकर भुगत रहा है? और क्यों यह सूझबूझ की सरकार उद्योगपतियों के हितों को राष्ट्र हित से ज़्यादा महत्व दे रहा है? धन्यवाद.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Ms. Syamoli, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I stand here in absolute sorrow over the recent incident of an instigated suicide by a farmer, birth of nation. And I would like to reiterate my stand here that it is the opposition who is responsible for the amendment of the suicide, owing to the legislative propaganda, and it is promoting against a very genuine bill. They, along with the serial agitators, their goons, and footage-hungry toothless opposition leaders, are trying to spread incorrect information about a long-pending reform that aims to catapult the nation in the direction of progress. I would like to ask my opposition why they never opposed the draconian amendment doctrine that existed throughout the 60 years of rule. Honorable Speaker, Madam, this is nothing more than a sick gimmick on the part of the opposition that has suddenly resulted in the loss of a life. Sadly, these oppositions are trying to make a statement term as a Sudbud ki Sarkar. I say I welcome that label, because for us, we want to see every farmer so developed that they do the Sudbud as well. For us, overall development is paramount. The opposition has issues with the consent clause. Do they not realize this provision is only in case of national security, rural infrastructure, affordable house for the poor, industrial corridors, and social infra and PPP project where the government holds the land? Honorable Speaker, Madam, is the opposition trying to say that the national security is in the paramount importance? And when it comes to doing something about it, they oppose it tooth and nail and influence the poor gullible farmer by misleading him. Don't our farmer deserve a better life? Honorable Speaker, Madam, they spoke about compensations once the project have been developed. Don't they see how industrial corridors are contributing in terms of alternative employment generation? Besides the general compensation that will be provided at the specified rate, not just to the landowner but also to those who are dependent on the land. Honorable Speaker, Madam, the opposition is ignoring the fact that relief and rehabilitation have been the most important of the act, something that their long dark period never considered, not even when they supposedly woke up in 2013. I wish the opposition rises above its petty political gimmicks that risk the life of our poor farmer and try to understand the importance of this reform, in letter in the spirit of opposing it for the sake of opposing it. Thank you, Madam.
इस सरकार ने आज तक कोई भी काम ढंग से नहीं किया। ये महेश कुर्सियों पे आराम और टीवी डिबेट में बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते। ये सरकार लोगों को धोखा और उनकी इमोशंस के साथ खिलवाड़ करते हैं। ऑनरेबल स्पीकर मैडम, इस सरकार ने ना एग्रीकल्चर पे, ना एजुकेशन पे, ना हेल्थ सेक्टर पे।
मैडम, आप सुनिए,
मुझे बोलने दीजिए पहले। ऑनरेबल स्पीकर मैडम, इस सरकार ने ना एजुकेशन पे, ना हेल्थ सेक्टर पे, ना डिफेंस में और ना एग्रीकल्चर में कुछ काम किया है। वी डिमांड अ मोशन ऑफ नो कॉन्फिडेंस बी ग्रांटेड।
अगर आपके सरकार का राज चलता रहा तो प्रजातंत्र और राजतंत्र में क्या अंतर रह जाएगा?
मैडम जी, लगता है आपने बचपन में सोशल नहीं पढ़ा होगा। पहले आप प्रजातंत्र और राजतंत्र अच्छे से पढ़ के आइए।
तो क्यों आप अपनी गरीबों की जमीन छीन कर इंडस्ट्री बनाने के लिए यूज कर रहे? अगर उनकी जमीनें छीन रहे, उनको
स्पीकर महोदय, मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगी। जब भी हम बोलने दीजिए, जब भी हम कुछ अच्छा काम करने जाते हैं तब इन अपोजिशन वालों को क्यों?
प्रधानमंत्री हमें उत्तर दें कि उन्होंने गरीब मजदूरों के कल्याण के लिए क्या किया है।
Motion moved. Those who are in favor of the government, please say A. And those who are against it, please say nay. I think the A's have it. The A's have it. The A's have it.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ अपने पार्टी का और अपने पार्टी के सदस्यों का और साथ ही साथ उन लोगों का जिन्होंने मुझ में विश्वास दिखाया। मैं उनके विश्वास की पूरी कदर करता हूँ और उनको यह यकीन दिलाता हूँ कि जो उनका दिखाया हुआ विश्वास है वो जाया नहीं जाएगा। सवाल यह है कि सरकार को गिराने के लिए प्रस्ताव क्यों रखा गया, जबकि विपक्ष के पास कोई संख्या ही नहीं है और ना ही उनकी बहुमत है। इनका एकमात्र एजेंडा है पीएम हटाओ। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूं और आपके द्वारा इन सभी लोगों को भी बताना चाहता हूं कि मुझे इस कुर्सी पे बिठाने वाला इस देश के वो 125 करोड़ लोग हैं और अगर मुझे कोई यहाँ से हटा सकता है तो वो भी वो देश के ही वो लोग ही हैं। हम सबका साथ सबका विकास की बात करते हैं। हमने देश के 13,000 गांवों में नए बिजली के कनेक्शन दिए और उनमें से 15,000 से भी ज़्यादा कनेक्शन दलित, पीड़ितों और गरीब भाइयों बहनों को दिया। हमने हमारी माता और बहनों के लिए 8 करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा शौचालय बनवाए और उज्ज्वला योजना के तहत उन्हें सिलेंडर्स भी दिए हैं। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, हाल ही में एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय रिपोर्ट आया था। उसके मुताबिक हमें ये पता चला है कि हमने 5 करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा लोगों को गरीबी से बाहर निकाला है। और आप सभी को ये जान के काफ़ी खुशी होगी कि जो हमारा देश है, जो हमारा भारत देश है, वो विश्व अर्थव्यवस्था पे 5वें स्थान पर है। मैं आप सभी को बताना चाहता हूँ कि जो हमारा भारत देश है वो विश्व अर्थव्यवस्था पे 5वें स्थान पर है। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, हमने हाल ही में 2.5 लाख से भी ज़्यादा सेल कंपनियां को बंद की है और 2 लाख से भी ज़्यादा कंपनियां अभी भी हमारी नज़र पे है, जिन पे कभी भी ताला लगाया जा सकता है। और माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, इन विपक्षी लोगों को इन सब पर भरोसा नहीं है। इन्हें सीजेआई, आरबीआई, योग दिवस और अन्य किसी भी संस्था पे भरोसा नहीं है। क्यों? इन्हें भरोसा क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि इन्हें खुद पे ही भरोसा नहीं है। और इन दिनों भगवान शिव की चर्चा हो रही है। मैं उनसे प्रार्थना करता हूं कि अगली बार फिर से जब चुनाव हो तो हमारी सरकार बने और फिर से ये विपक्षी वाले अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लेके आए। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, सुनने में आया है कि इनका मानना है हमारे जो प्रधानमंत्री है वो इनसे आंखें नहीं मिला सकते। जी हाँ, सही है ये। मैं गरीब माँ का बेटा, पिछड़ी जाति में पैदा हुआ था और ये तो बड़े खानदान के लोग हैं। अरे मैं कौन होता हूँ इनसे आंखें मिलाने वाला। और माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, मैं आप सभी को बताना चाहता हूँ कि इतिहास गवाह है कि जिन्होंने इनसे आंखें मिलाने की कोशिश की, कैसे उन्हें ठोकर मार के बाहर निकाला गया और कैसे उन्हें बेइज्जत किया गया। और मैं कौन होता हूँ इनसे आंखें मिलाने वाला। और
जब आपको मैं शर्मिंदगी के होना प्रधानमंत्री जी, तो नजर
आप बैठ जाइए, आप बैठ जाइए।
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, मुझे पता है मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ और इनमें सच सुनने की क्षमता नहीं है, लेकिन मैं इन्हें बताना चाहता हूँ कि जब ऐसे काम करते वक्त शर्म नहीं आए तो अभी सुनने में क्या शर्म है। इनमें सच सुनने की क्षमता होनी चाहिए। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया जी,
निकाल कर रहेंगे।
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया जी, माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया जी, मैं आपको कह चुका हूं कि इनमें सच सुनने की क्षमता नहीं है। इनमें सच सुनने की क्षमता होनी चाहिए थी। और जब आंखों की बात हो रही है तो मैं क्या कहूं, ये तो पूरा देश टीवी पे देख रहा है कि कैसे आंख खोली जा रही है और कैसे आंख बंद की जा रही है। ये तो हर कोई घर बैठे देख रहा है। और मैं कौन होता हूँ इनसे आंखें मिलाने वाला। माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदया जी, मैं इस देश के गरीबों का, इस देश के युवाओं का और उनके सपनों में उनका भागीदार हूँ और मुझे इस पर गर्व है। धन्यवाद।
Honorable Minister to introduce the bill.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I beg to move for leave to introduce a bill further to amend the Motor Vehicle Act. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The question is that leave be granted to introduce a bill further to amend the Motor Vehicle Act. Those who are in favor, please say A. A. And those who are against it, please say nay. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Leave is granted.
Bill for consideration.
Now the House will take up consideration of Police Force 2022. Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg to move the Police Force Bill 2022. Madam, In India, law is held to be the supreme and the most powerful. Be it the executive, the legislature or the judiciary, no one is held above the law. Madam, as we know, India is known as the country of unity in diversity. Therefore, to withstand the chaos of this diversified nation, we need an effective police service. Madam, while our country enters an era of digital age, effective cyber policing still remains a distant dream for our country. क्योंकि महोदया, आज़ादी के बाद से ही पुलिस फोर्स अपने पुराने तौर तरीकों से ही कार्य कर रही है। महोदया, 21वीं सदी में हमें एक ऐसे पुलिस फोर्स की आवश्यकता है जो अपराधियों पर अपना प्रभावी नियंत्रण स्थापित कर सके। इसलिए महोदया, हमारी सरकार एक नया बिल प्रस्तुत करना चाहती है। इस बिल का ये मोटो है कि एक देश, एक पुलिस, एक वर्दी। One nation, one police, one uniform। महोदया, इस बिल के कुछ प्रमुख बातें इस प्रकार के हैं। पहला, पुलिस अधिकारी आम जनता के अनुकूल हो। दूसरा, पुलिस अधिकारी शारीरिक और मानसिक रूप से मजबूत हो। महोदया, इस बिल की एक प्रमुख विशेषता यह है कि संपूर्ण भारत में एक भारतीय पुलिस शिकायत निवारण केंद्र बनाया गया है, जिससे जो पुलिस अधिकारी अपराध करे उनको सजा दी जा सके। That would be all. Thank you, respected member. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam.
I'm confident that all the honorable members of this House, irrespective of the party affiliation, believe in the fact that our police force is in dire need to be reformed, and therefore will welcome the bill wholeheartedly and through it will rise the standard of our police akin to that of developed nation. With this word, now move that the Police Force Bill 2022 be taken into consideration. Motion moved that the bill relating to establishment, regulation, powers and duties of the police service and for matter connected therewith and incidental thereto be taken into consideration. Ms. Lima, what are your remarks on this bill?
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I rise to support this bill as I believe it is a revolution in making, and thus I feel proud to associate myself with the passing of such a reformative act. It has been a long pending issue of our nation since we achieved independence that the police force should be patronized on modern trends and should be made more people-friendly. Ma'am, the provisions dealing with police-public cooperation are indeed a welcome step as civil society has been yearning for it since decades. The Honorable Home Minister has already elaborated upon all the main provisions of this bill, but some of the provisions which I believe are detrimental to the passing of this bill are the provisions laid down in Section 136, which for the first time imposed a severe penalty on a police officer who commits an unreasonable arrest, search, seizure and violence. Honorable Madam Speaker, the historical provisions of this bill are indeed a great step towards fostering an enlightened society in our nation, and I believe the other members of this House will also support the passing of this bill, which will help the police force to regain its lost glory. Thank you, Speaker, Madam.
Ms. Townsend, please enlighten the House with your views.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, as we all know, police is one of the vital organs of the executive, which holds the pivotal role in maintaining law, order in society, and for that matter, there should be a partition in the functioning of the police department. The legislature that this government has come up with connection with police reforms are monstrous, inadequate, toothless, and has the largest scope of mismanagement. I repeat, Ms. Speaker, Madam, it has the it has a larger scope of mismanagement. Honorable Speaker, Madam, it seems that this bill has more in it for the government than for the common people. It is a mockery of our democracy that this government has no knowledge of our constitution. Coming up with such a vague legislature is just unacceptable. Section 22 glorifies police brutality. This section was describing the procedure to handle the injured person in custody clearly mentioned the word injured person due to the force used by the police. I repeat, injured person due to force used by the police. Speaker, Madam, are we supposed to understand that this government has given a free hand to the police to use the force? We, the public, ask the question to the government and we want the clear and cut answer. आदरणीय महोदय जी, अब इस विधायक के सबसे खतरनाक और असंगत हिस्सा जो कि सेक्शन 62 है, जिसमें किसी गांव विशेष में रहने वाले लोगों के लिए गांव सुरक्षा समिति के बनाने की प्रक्रिया की बात है। महोदया जी, हमें क्षमा कीजिए, लेकिन ये बेहद शर्मनाक की बात है कि पुलिस खुद से लोगों की सुरक्षा नहीं कर पा रही। अगर लोगों को अपनी सुरक्षा और बचाव स्वयं ही करना है तो हमें इस पुलिस फोर्स की क्या जरूरत? और पुलिस ही क्यों मैडम जी? पुलिस ही क्यों स्पीकर मैडम? इस सरकार की ही क्या जरूरत? लोग खुद अपना शासन चला लेंगे। Opposition rejects any step or idea to make the police puppets in the hand of government. Honorable Speaker, Madam, I want to tell the House that until this amendment are not met, there is no question of allowing this bill to be passed. In addition, let me be clear. Police is there for the help of the public and not for the government personal use. This bill is prepared in such a manner as to keep police under the clutch of government. We won't let that happen. We will fight any attempt of this government to dilute the structure of the police. Honorable Speaker, Madam, thank you.
Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, it is indeed a learning experience for me to listen to the vibrant inputs of all the members of the House, both the supporters and the critics equally. Madam, the first issue that I would like to clarify upon is that of pay rise as pointed out by Ms. Nausen in her speech. Madam, is the Honorable Opposition Member forgetting about the 7th Pay Commission that stands implemented as of today? So kindly don't give us lectures regarding the violations of government. It was your government that was snubbed by the Honorable Supreme Court for passing such acts which were ultra-virus to the Constitution. Madam, therefore, I humbly request the House to consider the fact that since independence, a lot of changes have taken place in our country. Madam, the same police act which was controlling the government in the colonial period is still controlling it now. Madam, this bill is to achieve freedom. This bill is to achieve freedom from that colonial aspect. Therefore, I request everyone present in this House to assign his/her assent in this bill. Honorable Madam, I request the House to pass the bill. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The question is that
The bill to consolidate and amend the law relating to establishment, regulation, powers and duties of the police force and for matter connected therewith and incidental thereto be taken into consideration. Those who are in favor, please say A. And those who are against it, please say nay. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Clause by clause consideration.
Now the question is that Section 101 and 107 stand part of the bill. There is one amendment in Section 101 and 107 by Ms. Nausen. Are you removing it?
No, Speaker Madam. In view of reply given by Minister, I am not pressing my amendment.
Now the question is that Section 101 and 107 stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor, please say A. And those who are against it, please say nay. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is granted. The motion is adopted. Section 101 and 107 stand part of the bill. Now the question is that Chapter 1, the enacting formula and title stand part of the bill. Those who are in favor, please say A. And those who are against it, please say nay. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, please.
Madam, I move the bill be passed. Thank you, Honorable Madam Speaker.
That the bill is passed. Motion moved. Those who are in favor, please say A. And those who are against it, please say nay. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Private members, please.
Now the House will take up private member resolution. Ms. Khushbu to move the resolution.
मैडम, अपने प्राइवेट मेंबर बिल के माध्यम से मैं इस सदन का ध्यान एक महत्वपूर्ण बिंदु की ओर आकर्षित करना चाहती हूँ कि हमारे देश के न्यायिक व्यवस्था के अधीन हमारे देश के अलग अलग जेलों में सजा काट रहे कैदी भी हमारे देश के ही नागरिक हैं और हमारा संविधान उन्हें भी कुछ अधिकार प्रदान करता है। महोदया, पिछले कुछ समय से ऐसी कुछ घटनाएं हमारे सामने आ रही हैं जिसमें हमें पता चला है कि जेल के कैदियों को पताड़ित किया जा रहा है और कितनों की तो मृत्यु भी हो गई। महोदया, इस समस्या के समाधान के लिए मैं अपने पार्टी की तरफ से एक प्राइवेट मेंबर बिल लेके आई हूँ। इसके मुख्य प्राविधान कुछ इस प्रकार हैं। Honorable Speaker Madam, I move the following resolution. This House recommends that the government should bring the Prevention of Torture Act as a full-fledged legislation to prevent the inhuman treatment meted out to the prisoners. Madam, as we all know, India is signatory to the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman, Degrading Treatment or Punishment as adopted by the United Nations General Assembly on 19 December 1975 and India signed the same on 14 October 1997. Madam, there are many reasons, even and unwanted causality which are behind the introduction of this bill. Some of which are A. Torture is undemocratic and violates the fundamental principle of criminal jurisprudence. B. Bengal State Provision Act of 1818 and the Defence of India Act of 1939 should not have been continued even after dawn of independence, cause such law are ultra-violent to the Chapter 3 of our Constitution. Such recourse is repugnant to the spirit and mandate of Article 21 and 22 of our Constitution of India. Madam, according to the National Crime Bureau record, under the Ministry of Home Affairs, 1,060 prisoners died in 2003, 1,169 in 2004, 1,387 prisoners died in 2005, and 1,424 prisoners died in 2006. That is, according to the report of the same Bureau, recording the death takes place between 2000 and 2010, 146 people die in police custody and 136 people die in judicial custody, with increase of custodial killing each year. I repeat, with increase of custodial killing each year. Madam, the matter has been examined at the length of consultation with Law Commission of India and Attorney General of India. After considerate deliberation on the issue, it is decided to bring a standalone legislation so the aforesaid conviction can be ratified. Honorable Madam, the important provision of this bill are as follows. 1. Whoever being a public servant intentionally does any act for purpose to obtain from him or the third person such information or confession which causes 1. Grievous hurt to any person, or 2. Danger to life, limb or health, whether mental or physical, to any person is inflict torture. Madam, there are some exceptions of this case which are on the ground of race, religion, caste, creed, birth of place, etc. shall be punishable with imprisonment of either a term which may extend to 10 years and be liable to fine. And 2, the court nor the police will permit any complaint which make after 6 months of the offence committed. Thank you.
Member of Government, Mr. Subodip, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I rise to support the resolution moved by my learned member. And through you, I would like to congratulate her for bringing forward the resolution. Honorable Speaker, Madam, it is an undeniable fact that the prison system in our country has been associated with committing of many atrocities across the nation. Among improper medical care, unhygienic food, lack of adequate spacing, and inability of basic amenities. Torture figure on top of such atrocities. Honorable Speaker, Madam, the laws and regulation governing the conduct of prison authorities is insufficient and does not include modern applications which are in consonance with international standards. It is in this spirit that I associate my support to the proposed resolution and wish that such act is brought forth without any further delay. Thank you, Madam.
Member of Opposition, Mr. Nibir, please.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय जी, कुछ पंक्तियां लिख कर लाया हूं, ध्यान से सुनिएगा। तुम क्या जानो सूट बूट की सरकार, मौज की जिंदगी जी रहे हो, किसान का दुख क्या है वो तुम हमें पूछो। तुम कहते हो कि हम कौन होते तुम्हें प्रश्न पूछने वाले, हम वो होते हैं जिनकी गंगा में बह रही अस्थियों को भी कान लगा के सुनोगे तो भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय।
अरे महोदय, गंगा की क्या बात करते हो? आपने जो आपके सरकार के समय गंगा में गंदगी फैलाई है उसे आज हम करोड़ों खर्च, मैडम बोलने दीजिए, उसे आज हम करोड़ों खर्च करके साफ कर रहे हैं, ये सब भी बोलिए।
बैठ जाइए,
बैठ जाइए। आप एमपी हैं, आप पोजीशन में हैं,
प्राइम मिनिस्टर है,
आप पोजीशन में हैं, हम अपोजिशन में हैं, अपोजिशन का भी बात आपको सुनना पड़ेगा। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय जी, आज़ादी के 75 साल बीत गए, 100 साल होने को है, फिर भी दुनिया के गरीब कम पिछड़े देशों में हमारी गणनाएं क्या इस सदन को लज्जित नहीं करता? मुझे इस सदन का एक हिस्सा होने के नाते बहुत लज्जित करते हैं महोदय। मैं यहाँ से 1 रुपये भेजता हूँ तो जनता के खाता में पहुँचते पहुँचते मात्र रह जाते हैं 19 पैसे।
अरे महोदय, हमारी सरकार तो वो भी कर रही है, आपके वक्त में तो 19 पैसे की भी गारंटी नहीं थी। आपके वक्त में 19 पैसे की भी गारंटी नहीं थी महोदय।
आपने शायद मनरेगा के बारे में ना सुना होगा। रुपया चलता है तो घिसता है, जेबों में घुसता है, जेबों से निकलता है। रुपये का चलना घिसना बंद हुआ नहीं।
आपने जिस पैसे के लिए टैक्स नहीं देते वो कौन बोलेगा?
रुपयों का चलना घिसना बंद हुआ नहीं कि सदन में इस तरह का असंवैधानिक बिल का आना मुझे तो बहुत लज्जित करती है महोदय। सुना है सूट बूट की सरकार है, बड़ा स्टैंडर्ड सरकार है। मैं ये गांव का बेटा, गाय भैंस बकरी के साथ पला हुआ बच्चा भी आज अंग्रेजी बोलूंगा, क्योंकि अंग्रेजी में मेरी पुकार शायद आपके हृदय तक पहुंच जाए।
में ही बोल दीजिए,
हमारा बात भी सुनिए, अंग्रेजी में शायद आप मेरी पुकार आपके हृदय तक छू जाए। The bill appears to be just a formality to abide the United Nations Convention and to protect the cosmic beauty of India's international relationship which India has been maintaining with developed nations, when it should have been a serious attempt to curb the nonsense of torture which has become the order of the day in the Indian jails. Our country, being the world's largest democracy, has enlightened and inspired the world toward the path of tolerance and unity in diversity. Speaker Madam, unity in diversity. And such a very idea of torture is a setback to that fundamentals. The bill should have been constituted keeping such thing in mind, but the non-serious administration of the government will approach of the government will render proof the bill non-effective practically. Honorable Speaker Madam, let me point out some errors and weakness in the bill which needed to be taken into account before it's actually implemented. The Section 3 word, such information or a confession. Such information or a confession should be substituted with word unlawfully to give it a broader notion. Section 5 of the bill. Section 5 of the bill is the blow to the concept of natural justice. A slap on the face of judiciary and disrespect to the judges. This section make it compulsory for court to take action only when a written complaint is made. Madam Speaker, the court should be given power to take suo motu action when a judge has a reason to believe that the person under custody has been tortured and under trial in police custody. For fear may not reveal the truth to the judges. A judge in that situation is not supposed to act till the complaint is made, Speaker Madam. This section therefore ultraviolence to the Constitution. I will conclude by saying that myself and my opposition reject the bill. The bill is unconstitutional and toothless and is not going to serve the purpose as intended. If the bill is passed in this form, will curb the power of court. It will aid rather than prevent the heinous crime of torture in India. Thank you, Speaker Madam.
Honorable Home Minister, what is your opinion?
Honorable Speaker Madam, I extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Nibir for bringing forth to the notice of the House the very serious issue of prevention of torture in Indian jails. It is a nationwide shame for our country. But Madam, I oppose the fact that our government has done nothing in the past few years. महोदया, हमें ये लगता है कि ये लोग देख के भी नजरअंदाज कर रहे हैं। तो ठीक है, जो देखने वाले हैं वो देख लेंगे। तो काइंडली हमें सही गलत मत सिखाइए। जनता को सब पता है, वरना आज आप ओपोजिशन में थोड़ी बैठे होते। मान्यवर, हमारी सरकार पिछले कुछ सालों में सफलतापूर्वक सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट स्कीम्स जेलों में चला रही है और अभी हाल ही में ICRC इंटरनेशनल कमिटी ऑफ द रेड क्रॉस ने डेवलपिंग नेशंस के बीच में हमारे भारत के जेलों को वन ऑफ द मोस्ट हैबिटेबल एंड अप टू डेट प्रिजन्स माना है। Madam, the government is in debt to Mr. Nibir. For highlighting this issue, we would definitely be including the following points in that bill. Madam, therefore I would request the House to withdraw the bill. Thank you, Honorable Madam Speaker.
Ms. Khushbu, please.
Honorable Speaker, I am grateful to Home Minister to be generous enough to support my bill, and in the reply given by Mr. Nibir, I am withdrawing my bill.
Motion moved that the bill is withdrawn. Those who are in favor, please say A. And those who are against it, please say nay. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The bill stands withdrawn. The House is adjourned to meet at 11 a.m. tomorrow.